children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class we will learn about multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. So in the previous class we have discussed multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. Yes, what did we do? Suppose we had a fraction 1 by 2 into whole number 5. We multiplied the numerator with the whole number, then divided by our denominator. 1 into 5, 5 divided by 2. Yes, this was multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. Now what is a multiplication of a proper fraction by another proper fraction? See, suppose Anil had 1 by 4 of an apple. Yes, what does 1 by 4 means? Apple was cut into 4 parts and Anil has one part of it and he ate half of this piece of the apple. Now from this 1 by 4, this is the 1 by 4 piece. From this he ate half of the piece. From this piece he ate half. Now what fraction of the whole apple did he eat? See, consider this circle as our apple, children. It was divided into 4 parts and Anil had 1 by 4th of it. Now from this he ate only half. That means this part was divided into again 2 parts and he ate only 1 part. Now how will you find out this 1 by 2 of the total 1 by 4? Okay, what should we find out? He ate 1 by 2 of 1 by 4. He ate half of the 1 by 4th apple. Now again, as I said, of means multiplication. Of represents here multiplication. When I say 1 by 2 of 1 by 4, we need to multiply them. 1 by 2 into 1 by 4. Okay? Yes. Now this part here represents 1 by 2 of 1 by 4. Okay. But how will we write it in numbers? We need not, in exam, we should write the answer in numbers. We should not just draw a diagram and leave. Yes? Understood, children? First the concept should be clear. Anil had 1 by 4 and from this 1 by 4 he ate only 1 by 2. That means he ate only this part of the apple. Now how much is this part in fractions? That we should find out. It is 1 by 2 of 1 by 4. That is nothing but, see, take out one part of it and label it as O, A in as shown in 3. Where is the figure 3 here? Okay. So yes, this is the part that he ate, A. Now for this, divide each of the remaining 1 by 4 parts into 2 equal parts as shown in figure 4 and observe them. Yes, here what did we do, children? See, first the circle was divided into 4 parts and from this 4, what did Anil do? From the 1/4, he again divided into 2 parts. So let us divide, and he ate how much? He ate this much, only 1 by 2. So in the same way, let us divide the remaining parts also into 2. Yes, so we have divided the remaining parts also into 2. Now how many parts are we having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the total number of parts of apple are 8. Now from these parts, how many parts did Anil eat, children? Anil ate only one part. So 1 by 8 becomes the, so Anil ate 1 by 8 portion of the apple. Understood? As Anil divided his piece into 2 halves, we divided the remaining pieces also into 2 halves. Yes, and then when we counted the total number of parts that the apple was divided into, we got 8 parts as the answer. And from these, how many did Anil eat? Anil ate only 1. So 1 by 8 is the fraction of the part that Anil ate. How many parts did Anil have with him? Anil had this. That is nothing but 2 parts. Yes, Anil had 2 by 8, but he ate only 1 by 8. Understood, children, the concept? Anil had this part. Yes, Anil had this part with him. That is nothing but 2 by 8, but he ate only 1 by 8th of the apple. So in general, multiplication of two factors, say P by Q and R by S, is equal to P into R by Q into S. And again, as I said, multiplication is very easy, children. We need to multiply the numerators and divide it by the product of denominators. Suppose, what was it here? 1 by 2 of 1 by 4. So it is nothing but 1 by 2 into 1 by 4. What should we do? Multiply the numerators 1 into 1 divided by multiply the denominators 2 into 4. What is the resultant fraction, children? 1 ones are 1 divided by 2 fours are 8. So 1 by 2 of 1 by 4 is nothing but our 1 by 8. Clear how to multiply the fractions? Now why did I explain all that Anil eating apple? That was to understand the concept. Yes, understand the concept of multiplication. And this is how we actually multiply two fractions. Multiply the numerators divided by again multiply the denominators. So 1 by 2 of 1 by 4 will be equal to 1 by 8. If you look at some more examples here, we have multiplication of mixed numbers with proper fractions. What do we have, children? Multiplication of mixed numbers. Mixed numbers is nothing but mixed fractions. Both are the same. Now mixed fractions with proper fractions, and also how to multiply them with whole numbers. If you look at the first example here, 4 2 by 3 into 4 by 5. Now again, as we have discussed, whenever we have a mixed fraction, we need to convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. Yes, children, how will we do that? 4 3s are 12 plus the numerator 2 divided by the denominator 3. 12 plus 2, 14 divided by 3. So 4 2 by 3 is nothing but our 14 by 3. We have got the improper fraction. Now let us multiply the fractions. 14 by 3 into 4 by 5. So let us multiply 14 by 3 into 4 by 5. Yes, how to multiply? 14 into 4, that is multiply the numerators, divided by 3 into 5, that is multiplying the denominators. 14 fours are 56 divided by 15. Now this is not in the simplest form, children. We can further simplify it into an improper mixed fraction. This improper fraction can be converted into a mixed fractions. How? We need to multiply 56 by 15. We have 15 3s are 45. When we subtract 6 minus 5 1, 5 minus 4 1. 11 is our remainder. Now how will we write the mixed fraction from this division? 3, that is the quotient, will be a whole number. And coming to the fraction part, 15, that is the divisor, will be my denominator, and 11, that is the remainder, will be my numerator. Okay. If you observe here, in the improper fraction we had 15 as the denominator, so that will be the same in the mixed fraction as well. The whole number becomes the quotient and the remainder becomes our numerator. So 311 by 15 is the product of the given two factors. Understood, children? What was this? A mixed fraction multiplied by a proper fraction. Now coming to example 2, we have 5 into 1 2 by 5. Here 5 is a whole number and 1 2 by 5 is a mixed fraction. So what is our first step? Convert this mixed fraction into a improper fraction. 1 2 by 5 is equal to 5 2s are 5 1s are 5 plus 2, that is the numerator, divided by 5, that will be a denominator. 5 plus 2 7 divided by 5. So 7 by 5 here is our improper fraction that we have got after converting our mixed fraction 1 2 by 5. Now what are we left with? We should multiply this with the whole number 5. 5 into 7 by 5. As we have discussed about multiplication of whole numbers, what did we do, children? We multiplied the whole number by the numerator and then retained the denominator. Yes, the denominator is left as it is. In the numerator, we have multiplied it with our whole number. 5 sevens are 35 divided by 5. Now if we divide 5 by 35, what will we get? 5 sevens are 35. When we subtract, 0 is remaining. So what is the answer here? 7. So 5 into 7 by 5 is equal to 7, children. Understood? Now again, if you want to understand this more deeply, what did I say? When we have a whole number 5, it means that its denominator is 1. Okay. Now this whole number is also in the form of fraction 5 by 1. Now if we apply the rule of multiplying two fractions here, how will we multiply? 5 into 7, that is multiplying the numerators, divided by 1 into 5, that is multiplying the denominators. Understood? 5 sevens are 35, 1 5s are 5, children. So that is why when we have a whole number, we simply go for multiplying the numerator with the whole number. We leave the denominator as it is. Why? Because even if we multiply, we will get 1 into any number will be the number itself. So that is why when we have a whole number, how do we multiply? We just multiply it with the numerator. We leave the denominator as it is. So 7 is our answer. This 7 we got it after reducing to the simplest form. We divided 35 by 5 and got 7 as our answer. Understood, children? Multiplication of a mixed fraction by a proper fraction and also by a whole number. Now next we have an exercise where we need to multiply the following fractions and reduce the answers to the simplest form. Okay, here we are having 6 questions. I'll explain 2. The remaining 4 are to be done by you. Okay. Coming to the first one, 1 by 3 into 2 by 10. Now 1 into 2, 2 divided by 3 tens are 30. Yes, children, if we reduce it to the simplest form, what will it be? We have 2 divided by 30. Yes. If we divide both the numerator, if we look at the highest common factor, how did we simplify to the, how do we reduce to the simplest form, children? We look at the highest common factor. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2. The factors of 30 are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yes, 5, 6 and what else? 10 and 15 and 30. Now from this, which is the highest common factor? 2 is the highest common factor. So we need to divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So 1 by 15 is our answer. Understood, children? Reducing it to the simplest form, we need to divide it by the by the highest common factor. Next question 2. 2 by 5 into 4 by 9. 2 4s are 8 divided by 5 9s are 45. Now this cannot be further reduced to simplest form because the HCF of both numerator and denominator, the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4 and 8. The factors of 45 are 1, 5, 9. And then what else do we have, children? Does it go in 3 table? Yes. So 3, 15, 45. So these are the factors of 45 and these are the factors of 8. What is the HCF? The HCF is 1. So when the HCF of numerator and denominator is 1, it means that the fraction is already in its simplest form. So 8 by 45 is our final answer. Okay. This was multiplying a fraction with another fraction. Now coming to the next topic, that is reciprocal. What is it? Reciprocal. Reciprocal of any number is that number which when multiplied with the original number gives unity. Unity is nothing but 1, children. What is reciprocal here? Reciprocal is a number which when multiplied with the original number gives unity. Now let us understand the reciprocal for different types of numbers. Suppose if we have a whole number, how to find out the reciprocal of a whole number? The reciprocal of a whole number A. A means it can be any whole number, say 1, 2 or 100 or 500. Okay, children. It can be any whole number. For any whole number we take except 0. Whole numbers start from 0, 1, yes. So except 0, for all the whole numbers, the reciprocal would be 1 by A. Now if I take the number 5, it is a whole number. The reciprocal would be 1 by 5. Understood, children? 1 divided by 5. Now if I take the number 15, what will its reciprocal be? 1 by 15. And what is the condition that this satisfy? The reciprocal when multiplied with the original number gives unity. Now 5 is the original number and 1 by 5 is the reciprocal. So when we multiply these two, how do we multiply? Multiply the numerators divided by the denominator. 5 ones are 5 divided by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. Yes, when we multiplied the original number with its reciprocal, what did we get, children? We got 1. Understood? So reciprocal is nothing but basically it is the reverse. When I take, say, the whole number 5, what is the denominator for it, children? As we have discussed, the denominator is 1. Now when we say reciprocal, the denominator here 1 becomes my numerator and the numerator 5 becomes my denominator 5. Understood? Writing the reverse or writing the opposite of the given number. When I have 5 by 1 as my number, its reciprocal would be 1 by 5. Or when I have 2 by 3, its reciprocal would be 3 by 2. The numerator and denominators are interchanged. They exchange their places. Example, reciprocal of 12 is 1 by 12. Yes, and reciprocal of 100 is 1 by 100. So what should you understand here? For given whole number, the reciprocal would be 1 divided by the whole number. And this is applicable to all whole numbers except 0. Understood, children? When I have the number 0, its reciprocal will not be equal to 1 by 0. Okay, so for all the whole numbers except 0, the reciprocal would be 1 divided by the given whole number. Now what about 0? What will be the reciprocal of 0? We'll learn about it. Okay, we'll learn about it also. Now coming to the next topic, which is reciprocal of fractions. Now what do we have? If we have a fraction, say a by b. Now what will its reciprocal be? The reciprocal of a fraction a by b is b by a. See, as I have explained, children, here b is the denominator, but in reciprocal b becomes the numerator. Here a is the numerator, but in reciprocal a becomes the denominator. Understood? It's just interchanging the places, writing the reverse or writing the opposite of it. For example, in proper fractions, reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. Yes, 3 has gone up, 2 has come down. Now for reciprocal of 4 by 7, what can it be? 4 will be the denominator, 7 will be the numerator. Understood, children? And again, if you check, what when we multiply the reciprocal with the original? R means reciprocal here, O means the original number. When we multiply, the answer should be 1. See, we have 2 into 3, 6, divided by 3 into 2, 6. Now 6 divided by 6 is 1. Yes, so 3 by 2 is the reciprocal of 2 by 3. Understood, children? So in the same way, if we give the blank 2 by 3 into dash is equal to 1, what should be your answer here? The reciprocal of 2 by 3. When we multiply a fraction by its reciprocal, the answer would be 1. Understood, children? So this can be asked, this concept of reciprocal can be asked in fill in the blanks or multiple choice questions like this. Now next, observe that reciprocal of a proper fraction is an improper fraction. Yes, it's a nice point that we should observe. See here, 2 by 3. 2 is the 2 by 3. This is our original O. Yes, here 2 is the numerator. 3 is the denominator. Now here numerator is less than our denominator. So that is why this is a proper fraction. Now when we say the reciprocal, 3 is the numerator and 2 becomes the denominator. Yes, here numerator is greater than the denominator. So what will we call such fractions as? We call them as improper fractions. So the reciprocal of a proper fraction will be an improper fraction, children. This is also an important point that you have to remember. Okay, or else when they ask you the question, the reciprocal of a proper fraction will be dash. Then if you don't remember this point, take a proper fraction like this, write the reciprocal and check whether it will be an improper or a proper fraction. Understood, children? Next, improper fractions. Now here we have improper fractions 8 by 5 and 15 by 20. 15 by 10. We should write the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 8 by 5 would be 5 on top, 8 written below. So the reciprocal would be 5 by 8. And for 15 by 10, the reciprocal would be 10 by 15. Yes, children? And again, if we observe, we started with improper fractions where numerators are greater than the denominator. But when we write the reciprocals are proper fractions where the numerators are less than the denominator. Understood, children? In reciprocal, as I said, it is the reverse or the opposite. When we write the reciprocal of an improper fraction, it will be a proper fraction. And when we take a proper fraction, its reciprocal would be an improper fraction. Now coming to mixed fractions. To find the reciprocal of mixed fractions, first convert it into an improper fraction and then find its reciprocal. Yes, what are they saying? Now for example, find the reciprocal of 8 5 by 3. 8 3 by 5, sorry. Yes, now if I ask you to write the reciprocal, how will you write this? You cannot write 1 by 8 5 by 3. Yes, the reciprocal of 8 would be 1 by 8 and 3 by 5 is 5 by 3. This is not the correct way. What should we do? The first step is to convert this into a improper fraction. 5 8s are 40 plus the numerator 3 divided by 5. 40 plus 3 43 divided by 5. So now this is our improper fraction. For this we can write our reciprocal. What will it be, children? 5 by 43. Yes, the reciprocal of 43 by 5 is 5 by 43. So the reciprocal of 8 3 by 5 is 5 by 43, children. And again, if you observe, the reciprocal of a mixed fraction is a proper fraction. Why? A mixed fraction is nothing but an improper fraction, right? A mixed fraction is always an improper fraction. So when we write the reciprocal of improper fraction, it will always be a proper fraction. Yes, is the reciprocal of a mixed fraction proper or improper? It is always a proper fraction. Understood, children, the concept of reciprocals. Now coming to reciprocal of special numbers. Here we have two special numbers with us. First one is 1. The reciprocal of 1 is 1 itself. If I take the number 1, what will its reciprocal be? 1 divided by our whole number 1. Yes. Now when I divide 1 by 1, what will be my quotient, children? 1 ones are 1. Yes, again the quotient would be 1 itself. So 1 is our special number whose reciprocal is also 1. O is the 1 is the original number and the reciprocal is also 1. And if you want, you can multiply and check. 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So even when we are multiplying the reciprocal with original, its answer is 1. So what is this? The reciprocal of 1 is always 1, children. And now coming to our other special number 0. The reciprocal of 0 does not exist as 1 divided by 0 is not defined. Okay, we cannot divide any number by 0, children. So not only 1, 5 divided by 0 is also not defined. 100 divided by 0 is also not defined. Okay, so why does the reciprocal of 0 does not exist? 0 is a whole number and what will its reciprocal be? 1 divided by 0. But 1 divided by 0 is not defined in mathematics. It is not there. We cannot find out its value. So that is why the reciprocal of 0 does not exist. Understood our two special numbers? The reciprocal of 1 is 1 itself and the reciprocal of 0 does not exist. Yes, children? I hope this was clear, right? Today's class we learnt about multiplication and also reciprocal of different numbers, fractions and our special numbers. And with this we've come to the end of today's class. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for further information regarding online classes, quizzes, live worksheets, DIY activities, English classes and